Welcome back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show, and it's time to chat with our superintendent, Mr. John Ross Null. Good morning to you.
Hey, Gene, good morning.
Congratulations on grandbaby
Number one.
number one,
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
she was born on Thursday of last week.
Does the mother know that this is the grandmother's baby?
Well, I will tell you that I came home Sunday from Las Cruces. The grandmother did not come home Sunday with me from Las Cruces. So,
Well,
they're
a boy,
all doing
girl?
well. Thank you. It's a little girl.
Little girl. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
congratulations.
So,
I
thank you,
guess.
Gene. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
It's always good news.
It
when,
is.
when
It
that
is.
happens.
Yeah, yeah.
We were talking before we got on the air about the just the athletics. Of course, the Lady Bulldogs had a great finish to their season last night.
Right.
11-1 in district, 18-2 overall. So you know they're going to be hopefully number one, but no worse than number two.
Right. Yeah.
In the playoffs. And then the baseball team got a little bit of a boost last night when we found out that Goddard and Portales split
That
last
does.
night.
That makes Friday's games even more interesting. And so hopefully a lot of folks will be able to get out there and support them. And, of course, you guys will be showing it if they're not able to.
That's right. Yeah, it's the game one is Goddard's district championship. They win game one.
Right.
They win district. But if they don't, then game two becomes our district championship. So it'll end theirs. But
That'll be fun.
it'll be good.
Yes.
Well, where would you like to begin? Mr. Phipps sent me a menu for ELTP. I guess you guys have summer school going on?
We did. We started, of course, we have our a little more traditional summer school at our secondary schools for kids needing some credit recovery and things of that nature. But at our elementary schools, we were really excited to start up 12 days of extra learning opportunities for our elementary kids. And we've got about 650 kindergarten through fifth grade kids that are participating in those programs at each of our elementary schools. And so just really excited for them to get those additional opportunities, appreciative of staff that's making that available to them, and then parents taking advantage of those. Kids have been happy to be at school. and it's kind of neat to see because our kindergarten kids and our first grade kids, it's their first experience at their next school, or kindergarten, their first school, and then the elementary school's first experience at their next school. And so it's pretty neat for them to get in there and kind of find their way around a little bit and meet some people and get comfortable in their schools before the regular school year starts. And of course, this year, the opportunity just to get that additional help, especially in reading and math, is extremely crucial. And so we're excited that that's taking place. It's been good to see those kids.
Last school year, had kind of throw in the virtual. Everybody did.
Right.
Because it was a new experience. Then you started this past school year virtually, working towards getting the kids in the classrooms, which you started to do after the first of the year, and then the last 8 weeks, everybody was in school. As you look at the testing results, or just the overall results of where the kids finished the regular school year, how do I ask? How far behind are we, or are we not too far behind? And and is this summer program part of what's being done to try to get everybody caught up?
The summer program certainly is one of those attempts to do that. And Gene, it's been interesting. Our district appears to be very similar to other districts in New Mexico. And actually, I read this morning about the STAR testing that Texas, that's the big test that Texas uses to assess where kids are at. And Texas was reporting exactly what New Mexico is seeing, and that is that in reading, really kids maintained pretty well. Held pretty steady with reading, with what we would typically expect to see where kids are at. But math was a different story, and that's seems to be pretty global as far as what districts and schools are experiencing. And so certainly a focus on math is going to have to take priority.
So you kind of learn through this process what kind of sort of works well virtually and what really doesn't work as well as
absolutely.
it
There
could
was some of that for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So it's been an interesting experience for everybody.
It has, and I was excited this morning in the Albuquerque Journal. There was an editorial that the Secretary of Education for New Mexico wrote and was in the Journal this morning, and it was sure good to hear him talking about starting up school in a much more normal fashion, and kids being in person, and so just continuing to hear that over and over, so families can look forward to that as we get started this next school year.
Well, I hope his boss approved of that.
I do too. Absolutely.
So, what do you want to share with the folks today?
We had a board meeting on Monday night, and a couple of things that I would like to mention regarding that. We had some special presentations and recognitions that we were able to do, and one of those, a young lady, going to be a senior next year, named Anna Loza, was a BPA, Business Professionals Association national champion.
Oh, wow.
And that does not happen every day. We recognized earlier in the school year some BPA national or state champions, but she went on to be a national champion, so we're really excited and we're pleased to recognize her. Also, our school board received an award for our region. We're part of what's called Region 6 with our part of the state, and received an award and recognition for having the best attendance at the regional meetings this year. So just want to assure everyone out there that our board members are certainly doing their part to put the needs of our kids first, and we very much appreciate that. Also, we recognized our bowling team who went and won a state championship again. Yeah. And Coach Ken Clayton came out of at least his coaching retirement to take those kids to Albuquerque to compete again, and that was kind of a spur of the moment thing. We weren't sure whether there was going to be a bowling state tournament, and when they announced there was, those kids were of course ready to go, and Coach Clayton said, "You bet, I'll take them." And so they went up there, and pretty close match, but they got it done, so we honored them. Also, Mrs. Jeanette Johnson has been a kindergarten teacher at Grand Heights for many, many years, and actually announced her retirement at the end of this school year, but we recognized her with our Tate Branch Success Maker Award for the month of May. And then lastly, recognized a number of different entities in our community for all of the help that was given to us throughout this school year, as different as it was, but just we couldn't have accomplished what we did without their help. And so I would like to read that list right quick. And so just a lot of thanks go out to each of these. EOG Resources, PY Foundation, Chase Foundation, the Written in Red Foundation, the Yates Family Foundation, SP and Estelle H. Yates Foundation, Penasco Valley Telephone Cooperative, Artesia General Hospital, Artesia Daily Press, Pecos Valley Broadcasting, Holly Frontier Navajo, Devon Energy, and the Artesia Chamber of Commerce. And so just a great example of our community partnering with our schools to get things done for our kids.
Yeah.
And other thing I'd like to share about our board meeting, just quickly, we did, it's the time of year where you're doing a lot of construction projects and purchasing things for the next school year, and so we did some of that, things ranging from student desks to playground equipment to air filters for our HVAC systems, and then a bus lane at Roselawn Elementary, and then of course talked about our construction project at Yucca Elementary that's wrapping up. And one thing that I wanted to mention is, as we were working through these things at our board meeting, as an example, the Roselawn bus lane, and Yucca's construction also incorporates a new bus lane. And I know that although our schools all have systems in place for this, sometimes that pickup and drop-off time can be a challenge for parents as they're dropping off their kids and picking up their kids. And so as we're able to, where the needs arise, and as we're able to, we're very pleased to be able to do things like construct these new bus lanes to separate parent drop off and pick up from bus lane, just to try to ease that congestion the best that we can. And of course, we couldn't do those things and make those safer places without the support of our community and our HB 33 5 mil levy funds that we're able to generate to use for those types of projects.
Okay, so be looking for probably some new arrows and some new...
There will be some new arrows in some places and directions, but we're pleased to be able to take care of that where it's needed.
And then you've also got the HVAC project over here at Central School, right?
We have HVAC going on at Central. We have HVAC going on at Artesia High School. And And then, of course, wrapping up our maintenance warehouse project that's going on at the corner of 13th and Ritchie. So
so
lots and lots going on, but it's exciting.
Lots going on. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for coming in and giving us an update on that. Maybe by next week, this 2.0 plan will be out there for school boards to actually look at and review. We keep hearing about it.
Yes,
right?
I certainly hope so. And
because you hear about it too, but
I do hear about it.
You don't have it.
We don't have it before us yet. But I hope soon, and we'll get that shared out as quickly as possible.
Very good. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks, Gene.
Appreciate it.
You bet.
We'll see you next time. All right, let's go to the news.